Hello, visitors of the island of Sodor. I am Master Alexia. This is Alexia for 514 Detail. This is Luke, and this is Thomas. Today, I'm going to talk about one of the most beloved Thomas movies of all time.
Blue Mountain Mystery.
Now, this is a movie I know almost every Thomas fan can agree is one of the best Thomas movies to ever exist. The premise being that Thomas goes on a detective hunt to solve the mystery of a hiding green engine, entertaining to watch. Also, take what the unlucky Tug said into consideration.
Blue Mountain Mystery deserves to be the best movie because it simply does everything right. Everything about this movie is correct. All of the characters are totally correct. There is no huge out-of-character moments or inconsistencies. They are all dead on perfect.
So, into the plot we go. The movie opens up with a prologue showcasing the activities of the new location,
The Blue Mountain Quarry.
The nowadays engines are as busy as ever, shunting trucks and hauling freight of slate, bringing them around to grind and crushing the pebbles that will be taken to the docks. Paxton, the newbie, is tasked with bringing said slate to the docks. Suddenly, London Bridge is falling down, and Reneus is ironically arriving at the bridge at that very moment. Then the whole iconic scene becomes creative. Reneus is alive, but Paxton is buried underneath the broken debris, and Thomas is tasked to take his place. While working at the Blue Mountain Quarry, he finds a mysterious engine darting through tunnels. He questions his fellow engines, and they all either say they're too busy to answer, or confuse Thomas by saying he's seen a freight truck. When the green engine comes out again, he's accidentally cornered, and Thomas can get a good look at him.
Who is Luke? Why does he keep puffing away? Why will none of you talk to me about him?
What I am going to tell you, no one else must know.
Starlily explains the green engine's name is Luke, and that Luke believes he's committed a crime. So the navigator engines helped him hide in the quarry, for they and Luke fear he'll be sent away from Sodor. Thomas searches clues and finds out Victor is the source of Luke's backstory. Apparently, he was a yellow engine that Luke met while sailing to Sodor. At some point, Victor's chain snapped, and Luke bumps Victor into the sea. Victor is saved and requests to be painted red. Thomas returns to the
Blue Mountain Quarry.
And tells the
Narrow gauge engines.
about his sleuthing, and they are irritated that Thomas broke their promise. So they all abandon their jobs just to hide from their promise-breaking friend.
What did you do?
I talked to Victor.
We told you not to talk to the other engines.
And you have. We thought you were our friend.
I thought you were my friend, but you were not.
Please, wait.
Just then, Diesel comes in and attempts to get Luke sent away from Sodor. That's because Paxton overheard Luke's story and tattled to Diesel. Thomas tries to talk to Luke, but ends up in his own predicament. Luke comes out of his shell to save Thomas, and the men in charge barge in. The men in charge being Sir Topham Hatt and Sir Percival. Thomas, Diesel, and Victor all attempt to explain the story. While Diesel told half of the story, Victor explained everything to them in Luke. Sir Topham Hatt forgives Thomas and gives Diesel a small lecture about the theme of the movie, which we will talk about now. There are two themes that the audience can take away from this film. The first theme, Allegard called the TSMU ban, explained.
He brings a really good message that it's not okay to live in guilt for things that you've done in the past. You always need to look on the bright side of things, and I feel that this moral was handled much better than just forcefully inserting it in and having it come out of nowhere.
And the second theme is to always know the full story when someone tells you something mysterious, interesting, etc. You don't want to be put in a situation where something suspicious is going on. Then things end up worse when others start wrongfully so acting on the presented half-truth. It's always right to get the full scoop on everything, so when you present the evidence, you'll know what you're talking about. The positives of the movie are really great, so let's talk about them now. First off, I really like Luke as a character. He's small, he's green, he's a nice guy once he gets to know you. He starts off shy and scared because he thinks actually being sent away from Sodor. When Thomas enters his life and goes out of his way to uncover Luke, once Thomas enters his life and goes out of his way to uncover the truth, Luke's trust and fearlessness evolve and come in clutch when Thomas is saved. Second, Victor receives a backstory about his accent, color, and everything. He ironically shares the same story as Luke, drops on the ship headed for Sodor. Victor comes from Cuba, hence his Spanish accent.
And you don't speak a different language.
Buenos días, Luke. Me llamo Víctor. Es un placer volverte a ver.
That's the language.
The third thing I love about the Lincoln by kind these scenes are. If I had to pick a favorite scene of the one got kind ones, it would be the climax scene you're watching right now. I was so entranced by this scene because of the tension, the music trailer playing, and Luke's courage near the end. Great for okay. So now we're gonna take a break for this like scene. Now the last thing I want to discuss is how absolute. Hold on. Now the last thing I want to discuss is the absolutely best part of the film. Can't wait for it now. Alright, I have proof. Feel the nostalgia flowing in your mind. Your childhood memories are not unlocked. What makes Blue Mountain Mystery theme song work is the melody. It's charming and it's beautiful in a way that makes the movie feel as in its prime. Let's go. Yeah. Also, not gonna lie, the first time I saw the melody the entrance of Blue Mountain Mystery. Hold on, the best part is PEAKEST Thomas. Take a listen, go.
Come on, sing along. Blue Mountain Mystery. Blue Mountain Mystery. The secret in the hills. Come on, sing along. Blue Mountain Mystery. Blue Mountain Mystery. The secret in the hills.
So now, the last thing I want to talk about is the Meg Crate scene. It's my overall favorite scene from the film. Victor jokes about finding the yellow engine Tom's looking for and reveals that Renee has been painted yellow. Ironically, throughout the whole film, Renee has had a little side plot where he kept telling Story, I need new paint, I need new paint. Story's like, work comes first, then whatever you want. And, you know, Renee gets what he wants in the end. All the friends that were included, you know, they have a hearty laugh. This would make this a 10 out of 10 film. Especially when they say this.
Blue Mountain Mystery. Blue Mountain Mystery. The secret in the hills. Come on, sing along. Blue Mountain Mystery.
Oh yeah.
Blue Mountain Mystery. The secret in the hills. Come on, sing along.
What would we say?
Blue Mountain Mystery. Blue Mountain Mystery. The secret in the hills.
That's what Sam, Thomas, and Luke. We'll see you guys in the next video.
Blue Mountain Mystery. Blue Mountain Mystery.